There is a kind of prayer that sounds holy, but it's really just hurt in a church dress. It's the kind of prayer you pray when your voice is calm, but your heart is screaming. When you say, "God, remove them," but what you really mean is, "God, make them feel what I felt." When you say, "God, I'm done," but what you really mean is, "God, why wasn't I enough?" And if we are honest, many of us have prayed angry prayers with folded hands and closed eyes, but hearts wide open with wounds. But there comes a moment in a woman's life, especially after heartbreak, especially after betrayal, especially after you gave someone the softest parts of you, and they handled you like you were temporary, where you realize something. Anger may talk to God, but pain is what he listens to. Because anger is loud, but pain is honest. And God does not heal the version of you that is performing strength. He heals the version of you that tells the truth. See, anger says, "They did me wrong," but pain says, "It hurt because I loved deeply." Anger says, "I hope they regret it," but pain says, "I regret losing myself trying to keep someone who was not trying to keep me." Anger says, "I want answers," but pain says, "I just want peace." And there is a difference between those prayers. One is about control, the other is about surrender. And healing begins the moment you stop praying for control and start praying for healing. I remember a woman, and maybe this woman is you, who would sit at the edge of her bed at night when the house was quiet and the distractions were gone and the memories were loud. And she would try to pray, but all that came out at first was frustration. "God, why did you let this happen? Why did you let me love someone who didn't know how to love me? Why did I have to be the one who gets abandoned? Why did I have to be the one who gets replaced? Why did I have to be the one who has to start over?" And those are real prayers, by the way. Let's stop pretending that real faith sounds pretty all the time. Sometimes real faith sounds like crying. Sometimes real faith sounds like silence. Sometimes real faith sounds like, "God, I don't understand, but I'm trying not to lose myself over this." But here's what she learned, and here's what changed everything. The prayers that started healing her were not the prayers where she asked God to fix him. They were the prayers where she asked God to heal her. "God, help me understand why I tolerated what hurt me. God, help me understand why I kept choosing someone who kept choosing someone else. God, heal the part of me that thinks love has to be earned through suffering. God, remove the addiction I have to familiar pain. God, teach me how to let go of what you removed." That is praying with your pain. Praying with your anger sounds like revenge. Praying with your pain sounds like release. And some of you are stuck, not because God didn't hear your prayers, but because you've been praying for the wrong thing. You've been praying for them to come back, for them to apologize, for them to finally see your worth, for them to finally choose you, for them to finally become the person you needed them to be. And God is trying to heal you, but you keep handing him a list of ways to fix someone else. There is a prayer that will keep you stuck, and there is a prayer that will set you free. The prayer that keeps you stuck says, "Change them." The prayer that sets you free says, "Change me." Not because everything was your fault. Not because you deserved what happened. Not because you were not enough. But because healing is an inside job. And the most powerful moment in a woman's life is when she stops asking, "Why did they do this to me?" and starts asking, "What is this trying to teach me about me?" That question will change your life. Because maybe the lesson was boundaries. Maybe the lesson was self-worth. Maybe the lesson was learning that chemistry is not compatibility. Maybe the lesson was learning that love without respect is just emotional slavery. Maybe the lesson was learning that some people are assignments, not partners. Maybe the lesson was learning that you can love someone and still not be meant to live your life with them. But you don't learn those lessons when you pray in anger. Anger keeps the focus on them. Pain brings the focus back to you. And healing begins when the focus comes back to you. There is a reason heartbreak feels like withdrawal. Because in many ways, it is. You are not just withdrawing from a person. You are withdrawing from a routine, from a future you imagined, from a role you played, from the version of you that existed when they were in your life. And when people go through withdrawal, they don't think clearly. They just want the pain to stop. They just want one more conversation, one more hug, one more explanation, one more chance, one more moment where it feels like it used to feel. So they pray angry prayers, "God, bring them back." But what they really mean is, "God, bring back the version of me that felt loved, safe, and chosen." And God hears the real prayer, not the spoken one. So sometimes he doesn't bring the person back, because the person is not the answer. healing is. And this is where fearlessness is born. Not in the absence of pain, but in the decision to walk through life without chasing what broke you. Fearlessness is not, I don't care. Fearlessness is, I care, but I care about me too. Fearlessness is not, I never loved you. Fearlessness is, I loved you, but I love me more now. Fearlessness is not, I'm not hurt. Fearlessness is, I'm hurt, but I'm healing, and I'm not going back to what hurt me. That kind of fearlessness is built in prayer, but not pretty prayer, honest prayer. The kind of prayer where you sit in your car and cry. The kind of prayer where you take a walk and talk out loud to God like He's sitting next to you. The kind of prayer where you say, God, I miss them, but I know missing them is not a reason to go back. So please help me get through today without texting them. Help me get through tonight without checking their social media. Help me get through this week without reopening a door you closed. That is praying with your pain. It is not glamorous. It is not poetic, but it is powerful. Because when you pray with your pain, you are no longer trying to win someone back. You are trying to win yourself back. And that is a different prayer. God, help me rebuild my self-respect. God, help me forgive myself for what I tolerated. God, help me stop romanticizing what hurt me. God, help me see clearly what I used to make excuses for. God, help me become the woman who no longer begs for love, but recognizes it when it is real. That prayer will change you. And here is the truth that many women learn too late, but you are learning right now. Closure is not always a conversation. Closure is a decision. It is the decision to stop rereading old messages. It is the decision to stop replaying old memories. It is the decision to stop creating new scenarios in your head where they finally become who you needed. It is the decision to accept that some chapters end without explanation, but not without purpose. And when you pray with your pain, God will start revealing the purpose. You will start realizing that you were not just losing a relationship. You were losing a version of yourself that overgave, overexplained, overweighted, overforgave, and overstayed. And the woman you are becoming does not do that anymore. The woman you are becoming understands that love is not supposed to feel like confusion every day. The woman you are becoming understands that peace is a requirement, not a bonus. The woman you are becoming understands that being chosen sometimes looks like being removed from what is not choosing you. The woman you are becoming understands that no response is sometimes the most powerful response. The woman you are becoming understands that just because someone comes back does not mean they came back changed. And that last one is important. Because many women pray, God, if it's meant to be, bring them back. But a more dangerous prayer, and a more powerful one, is this: God, if they come back and they are not right for me, give me the strength to say no. That is a woman who is healing. That is a woman who is growing. That is a woman who is no longer praying from anger, but from wisdom, because anger wants validation. Pain wants healing. Wisdom wants peace. And peace will require you to let go of some things you prayed for before you knew better. So if you are in a season where you are crying, where you are rebuilding, where you are learning how to be alone without feeling abandoned, where you are learning that your value does not decrease just because someone failed to see it, I want you to understand something. This season is not punishment. This season is reconstruction. God is not just removing people. He is removing patterns. He is not just closing doors. He is closing cycles. He is not just breaking your heart. He is breaking your attachment to what is not for you. But you will only understand that if you pray with your pain and not your anger. Because anger will have you saying, why did this happen to me? Pain will have you saying, what is this trying to grow in me? And that question right there, is the question that turns heartbreak into transformation. So tonight, or tomorrow morning, or whenever the memories hit, and your chest feels tight and you start thinking about everything you gave and everything you lost, I don't want you to pray for them. Pray for you. Pray for your healing. Pray for your clarity. Pray for your strength. Pray for your future. Pray for the version of you that is waiting on the other side of this pain. The calmer you, the wiser you, the more peaceful you, the more selective you, the more grounded you, the more whole you. Because one day, you are going to wake up, and you are not going to feel that heavy feeling anymore. One day, their name is not going to hurt. One day, you are not going to check your phone hoping to see their name. One day, you are going to realize you went an entire day without thinking about them, and then 2 days, and then a week, and then one day you will hear about them, and your heart will not race, your hands will not shake, your voice will not change, And that is when you will realize God did not just get you through it, He grew you through it. But it started with a different kind of prayer. Not God fix them, but God heal me. Not God make them love me, but God teach me to love myself correctly. Not God bring them back, but God remove the desire for what is not for me. That is praying with your pain. And that is where your new life begins. If this message spoke to you, I want you to do something small but powerful today. Pray for your healing. And if you're on a healing journey, you're not alone here. This channel is a place for women who are rebuilding, rediscovering themselves, and choosing peace over pain. Subscribe and join this journey. And in the comments, write, "I'm healing, not going back." That's your declaration. Thanks for watching.